Oh my god, what is this? What's happening? I'll tell you what's happening. I'm still going peeking. Anyway, this is a new fic reading. Yeah. Bet you didn't see this coming. Look, man, I've seen way too much about this. I don't know what's going on here. I've seen way too much about this specific fic. Something to remember me by. Now, for somebody that I think somebody in the audience has just shit themselves and probably cried a little bit for what happens in this, because I've not heard anything but sadness, doom, gloom, sadness from this fic. Okay. But I'm actually really interested in reading it. I'm very interested in what's going on here. We'll probably just go to chapter 2, right? We'll just go to chapter 2 because this is long. Let's get into this. We're gonna read the summary. You know me, I gotta think of a voice. I have to think of a voice.
Every summer, Naruto visits the sleepy beach town of Ocean View.
Isn't that the name of a yaoi site or something like that? Or just alternative anime? Am I tripping? I don't know. Maybe I am.
Easily the best part of the trip is the carnival. Set up for 3 days at the end of August, as summer pass, Naruto finds himself coming back again and again to see a boy at the end of the boardwalk. First, he wants to win a game the boy runs, but it turns into wanting to win Sasuke's heart. Instead, for some reason, Naruto just can't get him out of his freaking head.
Notes.
Hey, I'm a little nervous because this is different, and a little more serious than my other works. But I'm really proud of it too. I love my boys. SM. 2 things I got to say. One. Well, there is no graphic or violent depictions if discussing scenes about suicide or death isn't something you're comfortable with, you might not want to read this. Naruto starts at age 13, but every chapter of his life, as he gets older, the rating will change to reflect the age of consent. Also, there's no large age gaps. Okay, sorry, business is taken care of. Thank you. Please enjoy.
Chapter 1:13. Naruto busted a door like a flood, battering down the walls of the dam. He skipped every step of the porch and decided to leap right off it into the concrete. His cousin rushed out to him, red hair swinging and yelling something about it not being her fault if he got himself killed. Is that Karin? Oh, the second Karin. Okay. The second Karin had told him he could leave. Naruto had raced for the door. He could feel the edges of summer curling up and growing shorter. It made him want to move faster, pedal as quickly as he could, away from the responsibilities. His bike hit his legs as he pulled it up from where it had been abandoned in the grass the night before. It was painted orange like most of the shirts he wore. Karin told him it made him look like a big stupid goldfish, but he thought it wasn't so bad. Sakura told him when he stood in front of the horizon right before dusk, he blended right into the sunset, and Naruto liked the description a lot. He pushed off and started riding down his driveway, then onto the empty street in the late morning. But Little Ocean Town was sleepy away. Sleepy away? Still stretching its arms over its head, Naruto, on the other hand, felt nothing but uncontrollable joy. It was a little uncomfortable. Something Haruka had always told Naruto after his teachers said that he was hyperactive. He had ADHD. Leave my boy alone. In parent meetings was energy is potential. If that's the case, Naruto had potential for years. They might as well just let him into any college he wants right this instant. It ain't working his legs this hard, up and down with the pedals, but he couldn't bear to go any slower. While he smiled into the wind, it tasted like salt. It stung his eyes. He blinked away, and Haruka would never let him go this fast. But Haruka wasn't there. and the town was his track. He was the youngest race car driver in the world has ever seen. Naruto was 13 years old. Yo, y'all ever have a bike that was like had grip and shit on it, or like like when you pulled your foot back, it didn't like reverse, it stopped. I had a bike like that, BMX type shit. That shit was fucking epic to ride. It was so cool to ride. One of those like real traction on the wheels. I rode that shit like it was a fucking race car too. Like this, I rode it like a race car. I would go up the driveway with pebbles, and I would hit the brakes and turn it and make it drift a little bit, just so I could hear the. It's so cool. It's so cool. They're so fun. Anyway, sorry. In reality, he was going only a couple blocks to Sakura's house. Aruka hadn't wanted to let him go visit his cousin and her mother on the coast, even just for 1 week. First, because he thought Naruto might get hurt, a very valid concern, and the second was that he might not find any friends his age. Ocean View wasn't as cruel of an environment as Aruka had worried, though. Naruto wasn't sure if Sakura was a friend yet, but she was sweet like cotton candy and had hair the same color, and Naruto thought a lot about her. It was her friends that they would hang out with, so Naruto would find Sakura first. He came to screeching halt in front of her house, nestled in ferns. There were 3 wind chimes hanging from the roof above the porch and clinking harmlessly on the sidewalk. There was the 2 bikes already a black and purple mess of spokes. So Naruto dumped his on top. When he knocked on the front door quickly 5 times, Sakura answered, and she was wearing basketball shorts and a big tie-dye shirt. The sun broke through the cloud and she squinted. What time is it? Naruto shook his head. He had no idea. You said you go to the carnival today. He said, jumping from one foot to the other. My aunt gave me money and everything so I can get tickets. Sakura jumped back and forth a little too. Okay, I can go. I just have to get Ino up, and she's always grumpy. Do you want to come in and wait at the table? Naruto stepped on this. Can I tell you right now, I love this. I love this. It's so cute, and it's just nostalgic. It's so nostalgic of seeing your cousin, seeing your family, ready to go somewhere, so you're so happy. Oh, I miss this. I love this already. Naruto stepped on the heel of one shoe to take it off. Yeah. The way Aruka told him. Told him it'll ruin it. It will. I still do it, but it will ruin your shoe. It ripped the back out. He walked quietly into the kitchen, one mismatched sock in front of the other. Sakura left, deeper into the house to wake up her friend Ino. Naruto didn't like Ino much, but he did like Sakura and her other friends, so he put up with her. He ran his fingers along the side of the chair he was sitting on. The wicker was bumpy and distracting. Naruto had always been good at waiting. Never had been good at waiting, nor has he been known for succumbing to boredom. He had been running around Ocean View and Cobalt Beach all week, exploring everywhere his cousin would let him go, as well as some places he wasn't supposed to. He wasn't tired of it at all. Tonight, of all the nights, was the most exciting, because it was last night before Aruka came to pick him up and take him home, and because he got to go to the carnival, the Ocean View Carnival. He'd seen posters for it all over, but the time he'd spent in Ocean View never overlapped the event before. Now though, it seemed like a momentous occasion. The big bang before the leaves turned brown and the winter clothes came out of the closet. A feeling of the wicker could contain him anymore, and he tapped his feet erratically. I love this fucking kid. I love this kid. He's so ADHD. This is how we all were. It's how we still are, low-key. We just pretend we're not. Finally, Ino walked into the kitchen, barefoot and yawning, but otherwise dressed to go out. Naruto jumped up, nearly knocking the chair over. Like, goddamn. Chill out. No, Naruto said, with a tough defensiveness. But on New Year's Eve, I always want to watch the fireworks from my balcony. It's 15 floors up. Everyone watched the fireworks, dummy. From 15 floors up? He and Ino stared at each other, grasping for the upper hand in a pointless conversation. Ino looked away first, turning to check her makeup in the reflection of the microwave door. I think it's weird, she said, which is what she always said when she didn't know what to say anymore. Naruto mostly gotten used to it, but he flipped her off while she wasn't looking. Oh, Adam, I'm not on camera. I flipped you guys off while you weren't looking, while you couldn't see. Sakura hopped in on one foot. Why is everyone hopping? Pulling her shoes on. Okay, my mom gave me money too, but she said that we have to eat something healthy. What? That's TSN. Sakura is not gonna be TSN. I don't care. This is TSN. Just because you said eat something healthy. What at the carnival is healthy? You know, said you know. I heard they sell deep fried candy bars. Hell yeah! Eat that fried butter. Sakura smiled slyly. What she doesn't know won't hurt her. I'm sure funnel cakes had some nutritional benefits, but we don't know about. Ina started and Sakura poked her in the stomach, making her friend shriek. Naruto watched them shove each other, but he mostly watched Sakura. He'd known her for less than a week, but she had already shown him so much kindness than any kid in the city. Naruto was going to be an 8th grader soon, and on top of the middle school heap, but for all anyone else cared, he was dirt. Several school days could slip by at home, blending into one another like some otherworldly being had taken his life under one finger and smudged it. There's nobody at school who could make one day stand out from the other. He had known many people, but only liked one. His dad, Haruka. Now, however, he liked Sakura too. She had ridden past his cousin's house on her bike and saw him sitting there digging up worms in the front yard, and Sakura told him that it didn't look very fun. Naruto had told her that he was having plenty of fun. What was she talking about? Well, she huffed, adjusting the red bandana, holding her bangs back. I'm gonna chase down the ice cream truck and see if they have any cartoon character popsicles with messed up gumball faces. You wanna come? Naruto shot up and wiped his dirty hands off in his shorts and grabbed his bike in 5 seconds flat. Cutting! He yelled back at the house. I'm gonna go hang out with some friends! And that was it. They were off, hunting down the truck. Any conversation cutting off abruptly when they thought they heard a whimsical music. Pretty much since Naruto had been invited to whatever Sakura and her friends were doing. Mostly it was riding their bikes to the corner store to buy gum or running around the beach. But Naruto didn't really care. He was included. Outside, Naruto pulled his bike back up while Sakura tried to untangle the other two. Her bike was purple with reflectors on the wheels, and Ino's was black in with a basket. Ino took off first, blonde hair swinging, and headed toward Shikamaru's house a block down. Shikamaru was lazy with a green bike, and his best friend Choji. Best friend Choji, a big friendly guy. His bike was wide-wheeled and that had clunk over curves, but looked cool. It was a lot of effort to get them out of the house and ready to ride, but Ino could do it. Even if Shikamaru grumbled the whole way. Naruto and Choji had the same type of smile. The one where you close your eyes and his hands were sometimes stained multicolored from fruit-flavored candy, but Naruto could tell that he didn't like to be teased about. Only Ino could sometimes get away with it, but her jokes always fell flat because Choji just took it. He never fired back anything, or laughed. He just let the mean things she said sit. Shikamaru was Choji's best friend, and he was super smart, but he didn't act like it. Not like some other kids who went to Naruto's school. There was a girl who sat in front of him who would always laugh when the teacher put his test face down, and she'd cover her mouth with her hand. But Naruto could hear it, clear as day. Y'all ever actually have that happen to you? Like you get a terrible grade back? That shit, life ruining. Not for me, I was extremely used to getting a terrible grade, but like, you know, for smart kids, I'm pretty sure that was life ruining. I was happy. Let me tell you something. If I saw a C, I'm dancing, I'm hitting a jig. It's me. It's Big Zay. I got a fucking C? Are you crazy? I'm moving, especially if it was math. If I could get a C- in math, I'm good. That's all I cared about. Fuck you mean. Shikamaru wasn't that way at all. He'd much rather lay in the grass, staring up at the sky completely silent. Naruto tried to do this a few days ago, but ended up just running to the top of the hill and rolling down until... Oh my god. He's reminding me so much of myself as a kid. I would love to go on a hill. You guys have obviously done this. There's no way. You know you've went to a hill and you just tumbled down that fucking thing, and it's so fun. You can either do... Because I watched a lot of anime. I had this weird, like... Not fantasy, but this weird, like, fucking daydream of, like, if I was in an anime fight. So I kind of react like I'm in an anime fight. You know when... You know when they get hit and they just fucking ragdoll off? That's kind of like what I was doing when I was rolling down a hill. And I'll try to catch myself in a cool pose. As if I got hit with, like, a blast or something. And, yeah, that shit's so fun. Naruto tried to do this a few days ago, but ended up just running to the top of the hill and rolling down it until he rolled over an epic Shikamaru by accident. He was pretty sure he'd been forgiven. At long last, they were off. The distance to the boardwalk and surrounding area where the carnival took place was farther than just scooting around a neighborhood. But this is where Naruto's balanced energy came in handy. He was front of the pack, sun-soaked and crowning. The closer to the ocean they got, the more apparent the salt was in the air. Naruto wanted it to preserve him, as this, a young boy with burning money, and his friends behind him. With endless afternoon, a boy with potential. He has burning money? What does that mean? He has a lot? Or does that mean he has a little? It was true. What he told Ino, he'd never been to a carnival before. Naruto grew up in a little apartment in a big... Okay, so it probably isn't a lot. He grew up in a little apartment in a big city. Same. Trees were few and far between. Same. The only water that moved outside was his faucet, and that was a huge river that was way too dirty for swimming. Same. His dad was young and strung out, yet somehow everywhere at once. Same. Iruka would work for hours. He would work extra jobs. He would work his fingers to the bone. But there he was, Naruto's Little League games. Every birthday, every graduation of any kind, anything Naruto thought was important. Naruto often felt lonely at school, but he was never under any impression that he was truly alone. All the working for necessities left out some things, though. Movies and theaters, brand new shoes, dessert every night, same. Naruto guessed carnivals were some combination of a jam-packed city, his dad's jam-packed schedule. It just fell by the wayside. Now, though he was ready, it was still in the middle of the day, and Sakura had promised it would be prettier at night. But even if it wasn't, it was a whole new world. A whole new world. Flashing colors, reds, blues, greens, everywhere, as uncontrollable. The smells were all things Naruto craved, but Iruka refused to get them. Watermelon sugar, high, fried golden drinks with bubbles that tickled the nose. Soda? No? What? What are drinks with Oh, I get it. Chill out on me. The screech of machines were there too, with amusement park rides, lighting the boardwalk, spinning and twisting, bumping metal, but not industrial like he'd known. It was working parts, lifting the Ferris wheel upwards, making the ship swing. Naruto was fascinated. There was plenty more things to buy, games to play, but Naruto ran his bike to the splintering guardrail. He'd seen it before, but he didn't get tired of it. The sea felt like some great ceremony. The expense of ocean meeting a man-made marvel. Naruto could hardly contain his excitement, and he turned around, grinning at his friends, and they smiled back. Even Ino. All they had to do was lock those bikes up, and they were there. 5 13-year-olds with scuffed sneakers and a total of $40, all crowded around the ticket booth as Shikamaru slid the money through the little semicircle to the old lady running it, who curled her lip. To Naruto, there were 5 great adventurers hacking through the jungle, but this woman saw them as 5 more middle schoolers who'd eat too much candy and get dizzy after the rides and hurl everything up. She gave them back 53 tickets, so everyone got 10 except Naruto, who got 13. He put in the most money after all. 13 is an unlucky number, Ino reminded him. Nah, I'm admit, you know what? TSN is Ino now. But Naruto just waved him in her face, telling her she was jealous. Sakura pulled on his shirt sleeve, pointing to a mechanical arm wrestling game. And Naruto blushed. She let go. Naruto running towards it, but Naruto touched his sleeve. What? But Naruto touched his sleeve where she touched before, joining the others to run after her. Boy, you're down bad. Sorry. Let me fix. There it is. I need this so that I can know where I'm going. Okay? All right. Got that out the way. Sakura spent a ticket on the game, pulling up the sleeve of the t-shirt in preparation. Her elbow hit the pad and everyone cheered, besides Shikamaru, who was eyeballing a big bench in the sunlight. She won. Easily. Immediately. And Naruto was the one who was surprised. She raised her arms, flexing them. I'm strong. I've been working out. I've been working out too, says Naruto, even though he hadn't. Unless that included carrying grocery bags from the lobby up to the 15th floor. Oh yeah? Arm wrestle me then. A new game had begun, and the teams were split. Ino backing up Sakura and Choji giving Naruto a slap on the back. That was so hard that he choked. Shikamaru found his bench and was taking a nap. They found a good surface. Locked hands, and Sakura stuck out her tongue in concentration, which was cute, but once Ino called go, she was anything but. She instantly slammed Naruto's hand down and his knuckles scraping against the wood. Ow! Not fair! How is that not fair? I hurt my arm yesterday, Naruto grumbled, rubbing it, but Sakura immediately laughed. That's what they all say. See, I couldn't give TSM that. She's too clouded. She's too goated. That's what they all say, she said, but there was no malice in her voice. She ran off to a new game, following Choji. His favorite was the one where you fish for rubber ducks. Naruto had never done that before either. The rest of the day continued in this fashion. Naruto was eager to explore, and his friends were eager to show him, pulling him every which way the afternoon, which made it a lethargic descent into the evening. Naruto was sure he'd eaten everything. Naruto was sure he'd eaten everything and seen everything as the sun went down, but the carnival night was twice what it had been in the day. The lights had been comparable to the string variety during the day, but at night there were stars. Constellations surrounding every stall. He loved all of it, ate it with happy hunger. Sakura was leading the bunch when he had found out wasn't what? Sakura was the leader of the bunch. He had found out and wasn't overly excited often, but there was something she saw that made her eyes light up. She pointed and smiled at Ino, who rolled her eyes. There was a fondness there too, as she turned to explain. Sakura loves slugs. No one knows why, but I think they're gross as hell, but she likes them. Snails are a close second. She collects snail stuff. Ino gestures towards what Sakura had seen, a snail doll, hanging outside a stand. The one the very night of the line, it was tucked away in the back. Okay, see, this is why I need my guide. My little brain just loses where I'm at. Ino gestured towards what Sakura had seen. A snail doll. I was gonna say snail dog. Snail doll outside the stand. The one at the very end of the line. It was tucked away in the back and it barely touched by light. Its stars not shining quite as brightly. Sakura stared towards it. Towards it, then stopped, turning right back around. What's wrong? Naruto asked. Do you want the snail? Don't you want the snail? I do, but she put a hand over her eyes as Ino squinted at the stall and then snickered. Oh, it's him. Sakura used to have a crush on him. Shut up, you did too. Sakura pushed her friend, who was still giggling, and Naruto turned back to look at the stand, and he hadn't noticed before, but there was a guy sitting there, perfectly still. There was a slight glow, and Naruto guessed from a phone screen. Besides that, didn't make much else out. Who dat? Sasuke, finally got out after Sakura was done pulling her hair. Naruto looked back at the boy wide-eyed. Sasuke? There's something about the way his name sounded and how it felt in his mouth. Pause! Like salt water. Pause! Taffy they chewed before it. But it was hard to get out fast. Pause! It stuck in the roof of his mouth. Pause! It was calm and red. It was cinnamon red. Naruto shook his head. The second time he mouthed it, it was easy. The thought was gone. Naruto looked at his tickets and they were dwindling. But there's still a few left, crumpled in his hand and hanging on to each other. They were enough. I'm gonna try it. Ino looked surprised. I guess if you want to, he's a high school boy. That was something Naruto was going to be soon in a year, but that still meant this guy knew things he didn't. The tickets were crumpled again. I don't care about that, obviously. Okay, but he got all weird and quiet when he got into high school. All the girls used to like him because he was, I don't know, smart and good at sports and stuff. Nobody talks to him now. I'm going to. Naruto sat cutting Ino off and started towards the booth. He was going to win that snail and give it to Sakura, and his stride was confident, steady, as he marched right to the booth. The boy Sasuke looked up, and then he faltered. Naruto hadn't been able to make out what Sasuke looked like from a distance. He could see now. Lithe? Whatever. Body, but with bad posture, and dark hair that stuck up wrong in most effortless way. But, it wasn't special. What was special was his eyes. They met Naruto's and they were black. So black that there was no distinction between his iris and pupil. Naruto had never seen eyes like this before. If his blue ones were the waves of a sunny day, Sasuke's were the sea beneath an eclipse. No light escaped them. That's kind of creepy, but cool. There wasn't even an expression on his face when he first looked up. After Naruto opened his mouth, no words came out. He looked annoyed. Yes. He said low. Naruto could see a tiny flick of pink as Sasuke's tongue touched the bottom of his teeth from the S. Yes. I want to play, he said, cheeks burning. What had come over him? He stuck out his hand and Sasuke put out his. Naruto dropped the tickets to where he was waiting. It's a ring toss. You know how to play? Like saying those words were the last thing he wanted to be doing. Naruto swallowed. He guessed he understood what Ino had meant about Sasuke being cool. Naruto wanted to be like that someday. Effortless. That was Naruto's thing. Effort. Trying. It's just made people tease him. He bet Sasuke never got teased. Of course, duh. Naruto found the rings in front of him. 10. Alright. If you get more than 7 over the bottles, you get something. Back to his phone. Not even scrolling or tapping. Naruto, a real human, was less than a rectangle of light. He huffed, not quite, the red of blood or Sasuke's name. Naruto closed his eyes, ready for whatever may come. And then he opened them. Blue and blue. The ring left his fingers and bounced off the bottles, clattering to the ground. Sasuke's eyes flicked to him and then away, but it was enough for Naruto to burn even brighter. He glared at Sasuke's profile, but he didn't shift again. The only movement was a tiny tick of his eyes under the long lashes. This was the guy Sakura had liked? Whatever. The second went much like the first one. Sasuke paid him no more attention. The rest were the same. Naruto was very annoyed. He swiveled, his hand clenched to face Sasuke. I played baseball in Little League. Was all I could get out. Good for you. No, I'm saying this game is rigged. Yeah. Yeah. Sasuke said flatly and then leaned closer. You know what, kid? Everything in this whole carnival is fucking rigged. Naruto felt his anger spike at the game and at Sasuke's stupid sticking up hair, the rocks at the jetty that ship steered clear of. Huh? Naruto should steer clear of him too. He stomped away, his feet making satisfying thumps. He was going to tell Sakura Sasuke's a dick and she was better off with someone else. Someone like, hey! Naruto stopped in surprise and turned to see Sasuke standing. Now he must have been the one called out. His heart beat a little. Effort. Just like that, Sasuke was cool again, and accessible cool. One Naruto wanted to be for himself. He all but ran back looking up to Sasuke, and his pale hands reached up, digging in the soft skin of that stuffed snail. I saw you looking at it. Game's rigged, so just take it. I won't tell. Naruto blinked. Dum dum. At Sasuke, at the snail, and he took his hands, and it didn't touch Sasuke's. Thanks, he said quietly. The moment for talking loudly had passed, and Sasuke went back to his phone. Sure, kid, was all he said, and Naruto wanted to tell him that he wasn't a kid. Probably wasn't even much younger than Sasuke himself, but when you're a teenager, every year feels like 10. Sasuke had maybe driven a car, or kissed a girl, or smoked. Naruto hugged the snail to his chest, and he ran the opposite direction. He found his friends again. Probably showed Sakura the snail, which she put under one arm, and told him she didn't know what to name it. But Naruto gave her his number so she could text him when he gets back home. Naruto glowed. Next day, he was tired. After having gone back to Choji's and spent the whole night playing video games and guns and cars or something. He left out to Iruka when he showed up in their old car. He hugged Naruto tightly, and Naruto wondered if Iruka did anything while Naruto was away. After it was clear he made it through a whole week without dying, Naruto begged Iruka to let him come back next summer. He begged halfway back to home until finally Iruka agreed. Naruto glowed even brighter. He remembered them all. What? He remembered them all. Pink-haired Sakura, who he texted. Me and Ino, he didn't. Choji and Shikamaru, best friends. He remembered bikes and ice cream and the carnival. Even the boy at the ring toss stand tugged at the corners of his mind. Naruto didn't know why he did. Memory faded over time, but whenever he saw a dark-eyed boy on the subway, it stuck to his mind like saltwater taffy. He thought of Sasuke. Yeah. He wanted Chapter 2. This is gonna be the end of Chapter 1 real quick. So, y'all, this is really interesting. I like this. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I do know what's going on. It's pretty easy to read. This is really fun. I like this. Very nostalgic. Super nostalgic for when I was youngin'. I would say I was younger than Naruto. I would say probably this 8 through 10 me. Just that fun, nostalgic time where you're outside with your friends, you're riding bikes, you're going to the park, or you go to the beach with your cousins or whatever. You know, I remember that, and it's just like, man, that was fun. You know, that was pretty fun. Yeah, this was very enjoyable to watch. This is very enjoyable to read. I hope it was enjoyable for you to watch. I don't know. No face cam, but I will have a face cam next time. I was just too lazy to set it up. But I wanted to read this. I wanted to get this out. I haven't made a YouTube reading video in a minute, so returned. And this is a good story. This is a story that I feel like I'm gonna keep up with and continue the read. Look how long these are. But we got through that chapter, and usually I'm not a fan of super long reads. Hence why I'm doing chapter for chapter so I don't burn myself out. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed this, like, share, comment, subscribe. TikTok audience, you know I love you. Stop fucking playing with me. New followers, this is gonna be new. If you're following me just now and you're seeing all this, you're like, what the fuck is this? This is on my YouTube of the same name, Catfist99. You can find it very easily. I don't think there's another, unless it's my other channel. This is really fun. It's really interesting. I love these. I hope I didn't mess up too bad. I try to read these as best as possible. And yeah, thank you and love you. Thank you for watching.